guys, it's Carmella Carter, the CEO and founder of IAmGrace, and I am coming to you today with another moment, Amazing Working Women Wednesday. And I am so excited about today's feature, Miss Arabia Laramore. Yay! We're kind of doing a live feature here. But before we get started on our all moment, I wanted to remind you guys that my book is coming out, Purpose is Greater Than Pain. I'm going to have a launch party in November, so look out for the flyer, the email, the inbox. I'm going to contact you all because I want you to come out to support me in the launch of my book, Purpose is Greater Than Pain. So let's get started with our interview today. Miss Arabia Laramore is from Trenton, New Jersey. She is a mother of 2 beautiful children and a wife of an amazing husband. And I am so grateful for her to be here. She told me that she has been married for 16 years.
Amen.
That's awesome, especially in a time like this where marriage is just falling off. So I'm so grateful. I'm so happy to hear that. That's awesome news. So Miss Arabia, tell us about your diagnosis. When were you first diagnosed? What age?
I was diagnosed at the age of 31, and I was in the year of 2011.
Okay, 2011.
Yes.
And what stage were you diagnosed with?
I was diagnosed with stage 2 cancer,
Okay.
breast cancer.
Stage 2 breast cancer. Okay. That had to be scary.
Yes, it was just very shocking.
Very shocking. Yeah,
Yes.
31 years old and diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. Ugh. So how was it initially detected, your breast cancer? How was it detected?
It was initially detected. I normally would give myself breast examinations every month, and I always kept up with my gynecologist checkups every year.
Okay.
But I noticed that one morning I was in the shower giving myself a breast examination, and I felt a lump. And at first I was a little fearful, fear gripped me. But then I said, you know what, I'm not going to think of the negative. I'm just going to go to the doctor and just find out what's wrong.
Yeah.
And that was the first thing I did. I made an appointment immediately. I didn't wait. And I made an appointment to go see my doctor.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. God. When you received the news that it was breast cancer, how did you feel? How was that, like, to receive that type of news?
Well, to receive that news, immediately I got an ultrasound. They wanted me to get a lumpectomy.
Okay.
So immediately I got a lumpectomy, and soon as I came into the recovery room,
Okay.
the doctor came out and told my husband and I, he said, I just want to let you know that your wife is cancer free.
Wow.
So we were just like, oh, well, that's so awesome. But then a week later, he called me back, and he called us and he said, I need to meet with you. Could you please come back into the office? So my husband, he was going to go with me. I said, no, I'm going to go. And so his mother, my mother-in-law came with me, and we went to the office. So he sat me down and he said, I'm so sorry. I have to let you know, but you have breast cancer. So at the moment that he, gave me this news, I know it was God that was speaking to me, letting me know, don't believe anything that he's telling you. And as he was still talking to me, God it was just like a peace that came over me.
Wow.
And I know my mother-in-law, she was crying, and I know she probably thought something was wrong with me because I wasn't crying, and I was just looking at him. But God was just telling me, you're going to be okay. Don't worry about it. Don't believe anything that he's telling you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 31 years old, diagnosed stage 2 breast cancer. First they tell her that it was no cancer. Then they call her back a week later to tell her that it was cancer. Oh my goodness. And she describes it as a peace. I would have been scared to death, crying, screaming, ah, God. But I guess God gave those who can handle the testimony, So, is there a family history of breast cancer in your family, or did you use drug or alcohol that would probably cause this, to come upon yourself? Could you tell me about that?
That was one of the shocking things that the doctors couldn't understand, because I didn't have any prior history within my family. I didn't use any drugs. I didn't have any prior history of any drugs, alcohol, anything prior, I didn't have anything whatsoever on my health history that would point to the reason why of this coming up. So for me, that somewhat was a little more encouraging. It may seem awkward, but a little more encouraging because the doctors couldn't understand it. So I knew that, God, you have this under control. So I have no choice but to trust you because they don't understand how it came about. So I have no choice but to trust you.
Girl, don't make us shout up in here. Don't make us shout, because that almost made me go there. That's awesome. I mean, God, you see how she was just talking about how awesome God is in the midst of her storm? If we could all just grab that, boy, we'll go far. But anyway, let's get back to this interview before I preach up in here. No, I'm just joking. No, but I also want to know, what was your process like? Did you have to do radiation? Did you have to do chemotherapy? What was the process like?
Well, the process, once after I had a bilateral mastectomy, I had opportunity to go through choosing 3 doctors. The first one, I couldn't stay with her due to my change of insurance. And then the second one, he was more concerned about just how I look and how much it costs and what size.
Like your boobs.
Yes.
That's all he concerned about.
That's all.
Not our health, but her boob.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna go there. Keep going.
And then the third doctor, God led me to, he was so awesome because the first day that I had an appointment with him, the first question he asked me was, is this your decision?
Wow.
And that made me feel so comfortable because he wanted to know, is this what you want or is this something someone is telling you you should do?
Okay.
So through that, I got the surgery. I got the bilateral mastectomy. I got the implant. And I had 2 doctors, Dr. Raja Lala and Dr. Shell.
Okay.
Dr. Lala, he's the reconstruction surgeon. And he, told me that we can work at your own pace. He didn't put me on a timeline of how things should go. He allowed my body to heal. So, no, I didn't receive any chemo or radiation. That was something that was suggested to me.
Wow.
But I decided, I said no, because once I got the bilateral mastectomy and they told me that my cancer was gone, then I felt as though there was no need for me to do anything else.
Wow. And how long have you been cancer-free?
I've been cancer-free now for, I believe, about 5 years now.
5 years.
Yeah.
I just keep repeating what she's saying because I'm just amazed about this story. Like, she just got a mastectomy when she was diagnosed and no treatment, no chemo, no radiation. So it's sometimes the doctor tell you to do these things, but you have to go with what your spirit is telling you to do. And in this situation, she said, no, that's not what my spirit is telling me. And she decided not to do it. And that's just like, wow, because now she's still cancer-free 5 years later.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Amen.
Awesome.
Amen.
So I wanted to ask you something. The total treatment from breast cancer was, you said 4 years?
Yes.
Was 4 years.
Yes.
Okay. What would you tell someone who's watching? What advice, what motivation could you tell someone who may be going through this or have been through this? What advice would you give them?
I would tell somebody that's going through, or the one thing I would say is that don't let fear grip you.
Wow.
God knows the things that we are going to encounter, but it may be a surprise to us. And it's not to destroy us, it's to make us strong.
Absolutely.
And it's to draw us closer to Him. Wow. So I would say more than anything, it may sound awkward, but I would say thank God, because it's really God saying, I trust you enough with this to know that you can handle this for someone else.
Wow.
So I would say for those that may be going through, God is preparing you and using you for someone else. Wow. For those that
Tell them right there. Tell them.
For those that may not, and you may see someone, be there as a support. If all you can do is just to be there and maybe just to sit there, sometimes they just need someone just to listen to them or just a listening ear, do something kind. There is nothing too small that you can do for that person. Pray for them, intercede for them. Even if you never encounter, you may not understand. That is the best thing. I would just say that trust God in everything, because God knows everything. And He wants us at the end of everything to give Him praise. because he said we were created to praise him.
Oh.
So that's what I was saying.
Oh, wow. Arabia just went in on us, right? Thank you so much, Arabia, for, sharing with us your story of survival, your story of hope, your story of peace, because you described when you first found out about it that you were at a peace. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes. So I got you a little gift, okay? Okay, so hold on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got you those roses just as an appreciation and to say thank you. Thank you for sharing with us. We appreciate that.
Oh, thank you so much.
And thank you guys for watching another Moment Amazing Working Women Wednesday. And we'll see you next week. And don't forget to tell someone to live life on purpose. Have an amazing day. Goodbye.
Hi.